with respect to, I wanted to discuss two more things in this video. Yes, moving forward. Moving forward. Number one important thing, need to know that if any particular situation the examiner gives both data for KE or KD, valuation model and CAPM in question both available. For example, for KE, data available for dividend valuation, past history of dividend, current dividend, and also the risk-free rate and market rate, both data available. So do remember that CAPM is superior method. We will ignore the valuation model, even KE, KD, and pick the CAPM. Number one. Number two, another concept. Is it possible? Is it possible that company 100% equity finance? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible that the company has no financial risk, but the only systematic risk. If this is the case, two things we must have to bear in mind. Number one, only the KE is equal to WACC. Only the KE is equal to WACC. Number one. Number two, because there is no KD now, so that simple K is equal to WACC. Number two, only the beta asset is equal to beta equity. Because rest of the portion E upon E plus D 1 minus T. If no debts, nil. So that means equity cross that's equals to 1. That's 0. Equity numerator denominator that's 1. So which means in simple words, beta asset is equal to beta equity. So 100% equity finance, K is equal to WACC, and beta asset is equal to beta equity. Now candidates, it's time to attempt the question. And there's a question called, very important question, to develop the concept. In fact, the concept has already established, but just to apply with a scenario. A scenario is this. This is the question. Bonzo PLC. You have already this question. If you are taking the live session, you must have to read once. Even though if you are watching the video, you must have to read once and plan your question accordingly. Take your time, at least 2 to 3 minutes. Read this question. Very important question, candidate. Very, very important question. Yes, what's the question about? Number one, Bonzo is a division-based company. Division-based company, they have a multiple divisions. Huh? Quoted on the London Stock Exchange. Two of its divisions are currently evaluating investment proposal. Two of the division of its division are currently evaluating the investment proposal. So basically, the question about investment appraisal NPV and submit them to the head office for approval. Two divisions, that's cement, the details, and the timber. And the timber. These are the details. With respect to cement, a zero investment, then 1 to 3 returns. That's 200 investment, 1 to 3 return. Timber, a 0, 150 investment, 1 to 3, 75, 48, 75 with respect to years. The following information about the company is available. Current balance sheet given. Finance. It's finance reflecting that there is no debts. Only equity. This is equity. So that means the company is 100% equity finance. So we can identify that if the company is 100% equity finance, that means K is equal to WACC. Moreover, in this question, the data available about dividend per share, earning per share, and this data is all about this complete data is about dividend valuation approach. And this paragraph, the current market value of the company shares 13.35 million. Okay. And the Bonzo has asset beta. Bonzo PLC beta. Bonzo, what Bonzo in totality doing? No issue. No, we don't know. But here the data given, the cement industry has a beta. The beta is not terminology used asset or equity, but it's mentioned cement industry beta. Cement industry beta 1.5. Timber industry has a beta 0.5. The annual return of for 3 years government stock is currently 11%. That's the government stock. And the expected return on the Financial Times All Share Index 17%. That's RM 70% and 11% is RF. Requirement, the company usually evaluates on investment with the NPV. So NPV is the requirement actually. Using the cost of company capital discounted, estimate the discounted and evaluate the both projects. Candidates, here the question is that the company is 100, Bonzo is 100% equity finance. So that means K is equal to WACC and beta asset is equal to beta equity. Now, number one, timber. If we work out, we need to evaluate timber. So first of all, discount rate. For discount rate, the beta asset is equal to beta equity what timber. With respect to timber. 0.5, and K is equal to WAC. K is equal to WAC 1117. 11%, 11% plus 17% minus 11% into 0.5. Average risk of the timber as compared to market is lower. That's equals to 14%. One, two, three. Cash flows, make it quick. The cash flows 150, 75, 48, 75. Discount rate using 14%. Calculate the 14% discount rate. 0.877. Please calculate the NPV. 0.769. 675. 66. 37. 75 into 0.675. 51. 66, 37, 51 minus 150. That is positive 4. So that is what? Number one, we have to ignore the dividend valuation model. And number two, we have to use the CAPM because CAPM is superior. And number two, the company is 100% equity finance. So one question and two concepts. Timber and timber and now cement. Same. K is beta asset is equal to beta equity 1.5. K is equal to WAC 11% plus 17% minus 11% into 1.5. 17 minus 11 into 1.5 plus 11, that's equals to 20%. Cash flows 200, 100, 179. Discount rate 1.833, 0.694, 0.578. Present value 283.3, 69.4 and 79 into 0.578. 46. Ignore this rounding off. Sorry, ignore this points. 83, 69, 47 minus 200. That's NPV -1. That project should be rejected. That project should be rejected, and that project must be accepted on financial grounds. Candidates, now listen carefully. Either here, please listen here. There are two projects. There are two particular projects with different cash flows, but discounting with different rates. Timber having low risk, low beta, so having low discount rate as compared to cement. So these cash flows discount with 14% and project acceptable. Number two, cement has higher risk with this higher discount rate. Project discount with cash flow discount with 20% negative NP. Do remember one thing, investor will never take the risk freely. Never take the risk without any returns. If higher risk, that is 1.5, get the higher return. Wants to get higher return. This project statement, this project has positive cash flow. 100, 179, 79 positive. This project having positive cash flow 79. But based on the risk related to these cash flows and considering higher return 20%, the project is not acceptable. So the point is not profitable or not. The point about the project is not only profitable or not. Profitability based on required return and required return based on risk. That is the point. That is the point.